The new Scav karma system has had an interesting effect on the Tarkov player base. While some denounce this change and refuse to play by the rules, many players have found Scav runs to be far more enjoyable and profitable. But I was wondering, what if you took gaining fence reputation to the extreme? Well, I've done just that, and now I'm sitting at just over 12 solid points of fence reputation. This is everything I've learned about Scav karma so far. First, we'll cover what might be the most obvious question. How did I achieve such high fence reputation? It's pretty simple. Right after the wipe, in between quests or while doing quests, I made sure to take car extracts as often as possible. The first time you take a car extract on one of the 3 maps that offer it, you gain quite a lot of fence rep. I think around 0.25. Each time you take a car extract on that particular map, the rep you gain is roughly cut in half, until you eventually gain 0.01 rep. Remember, the rep you gain is independent for each map, so the first time you extract on customs, interchange, or woods, you will gain the full amount of rep. In total, you need to take a lot of car extracts before reaching a point of diminishing returns, so to simplify this and make my rep gain quicker, I sometimes go in as a hatchling with the sole intention of using a car extract. Next, I made full use of every single event they've had so far this wipe. I think the single biggest gain I had in rep was the event where you could extract with scavs as a PMC. I maximized the rep I could earn on each map where it was available, and that event by itself almost got me to maximum fence rep. Lastly, as soon as scavs were able to gain 0.01 rep by successfully extracting, I started to scav run a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot. Currently, my scav is level 26, and I've ran over 500 raids as a player scav. I've ran around so much in my scav raids that my endurance skill is almost elite. Each time I survive, I gain a tiny amount of rep, and over time, that increases my overall standing with fence quite a lot. In addition, I set a goal of achieving 12.0 fence rep, as I heard that that was the absolute highest rep you could achieve. So during my scav runs, I would listen out for shotguns or Mosin's firing, as that was usually player scavs executing the AI. I'd run over there, kill the bad breakies, and gain an additional 0.03 rep for that raid. And while even finding PMCs is very difficult on scav runs, if you do manage to kill one, you will also gain 0.03 rep, as long as that PMC has killed at least one scav in the raid. A few times I killed PMCs that must not have killed any scavs yet, as I received no additional karma for the kill. Eventually, I got to over 12.0 fence rep, but to my surprise, the fence rep did not cap off there. I am still gaining fence rep for each raid I successfully extract. So what exactly happens if your rep gets this high? Once you achieve 6.0 or higher fence rep, the maxed trader crown appears next to his name, and it's at this point you achieve most of the benefits you will ever get from fence. Your scav kits will progressively improve until 6.0, with a higher chance of spawning in with better loot, better kits like full HP level 4 armor, and modified guns. Myself and the co-owner of EUL Gaming have both got scavs with FLIR thermal scopes this wipe, and things such as spawning with labs cards, sometimes 2, 3, 4, or even 5 times in a row is not uncommon. But after 6.0, I think it's highly unlikely that your kits keep improving. So don't think that if you keep grinding your fence rep that you'll start spawning in with a slick and a meta HK. In addition to better kits, your scav cooldown progressively decreases the higher your rep gets. But again, after 6.0 fence rep, you will achieve maximum cooldown reduction. With a level 3 intelligence center, I can now scav once every 4.5 minutes, or basically, by the time I unload and sell all my loot from my scav run, I can run one again. And finally, as your rep increases, the time it takes to complete a scav case transaction also reduces, and this is the one and only benefit to having a higher than 6.0 fence rep. At my current rep level of roughly 12.0, a Moonshine scav case takes 2 hours and 11 minutes to return, whereas at 6.0 fence rep, it's about 37 minutes longer. And as I slowly increase my fence rep, this timer continues to reduce. With no hard cap on the fence rep being apparent, you could theoretically reduce your scav case timer to almost 0, but this would take an unreasonable amount of time to achieve unless there were more ways to increase your fence reputation, or more events to increase your fence rep. Also, this may be an unintended bug. Notice how the UI displays the 6.0 reputation timer for the Moonshine Scav case. Then after executing it, the actual timer appears. It may be that this continued Scav case reduction was unintended and may be patched in the future. All in all, as of right now, if you were to ask me if getting your Scav reputation this high, or double of what Fence's max reputation should be, is worth it, I'd probably say no. The only benefit you really get is a very slightly reduced Scav case timer. But if you were to ask me if getting your Scav karma to 6.0 is worth it, I'd say absolutely without a doubt. The huge reduction to Scav case timer, as well as better kits, better loot, and reduced cooldown to run your Scav is absolutely worth it. In addition, thanks to my Scav, I am now sitting at a cool 130 million rubles, with a stash value in excess of 200 million rubles. The reason for that is that I have found a map and strategy that is so absolutely broken in terms of the money you can generate in just a few hours, that once I've shared this secret with some of our Discord members, they went from living below the Tarkov poverty line to having their money troubles become a thing of the past. If you want to hear more about this, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video showing you these loot routes. If enough people ask for it, I'll make that video. But until then, I'm Jeff with EUL Gaming. Good luck out there.